Hi, this is Runa, and you're listening to the Changemakers podcast, where we share tips, insight, tools, and stories from other changemakers designed to motivate you to become the change you want to see in your world. Make sure you join our Changemakers community at runamagnus.com/podcast. And now, this is your time to sit back, relax, and enjoy.
You heard me say it, and I will say it again. We are all in boxes. Either we are in a box that is nurturing us, or we're in a box that is getting a little bit tight, and the oxygen inside of that box is holding you back from being fully who you are supposed to be in this world. In this special episode, I want to share with you when I discovered that one of my boxes, a box that I have thoroughly been enjoying for 20 years, in fact, but I noticed one little thing that changed everything. Now, let's start with the beginning. What box am I talking about, and why do I feel it's important to share this message with you? The box that I'm talking about is the box of belonging to a large group of professional women in Iceland called FKA. It's an association that I was actually part of from the beginning of the association. And I've been leading their international department for a couple of years. I've been their vice president. I've been on the board for 6 years. I think it's safe to say that I've been active in this association. This was an association that I felt very passionate about building up, putting my energy, my focus in on so many levels, representing that association on various international conferences. I would always mention this association and what the accomplishments that the members have received here in Iceland. So you might be asking yourself, if this was a box that was really nurturing me, why did I leave it? Why am I not still part of the association? And why do I need to express this? Well, let's go first into the answer. Why do I feel I need to express this? Truth to be told, I had no intention to express why I left, at least not publicly. But then this week, I was interviewed by one of the TV media here in Iceland, and the journalist who is running this show, he, not on the interview itself, but as he was preparing for the interview, he asked me about FKA, the association, and I informed him that I left after the last general meeting. And the minute that I told him that, I felt that he placed me into a box of being frustrated because of the results from the last General Assembly. He put me into a box that I was just soaking up, that I wasn't in for ways being done democratically. And basically, I felt that I was placed in a box because of his assumption, which is what we do anyway. And then I realized, leaving the association, it wasn't enough just for me to know my reason why I did that. I am being placed into another box by other people, and that's why I'm sharing this with you. And I'm doing that not because of this particular association. I'm doing that for various reasons for you as a listener, because I want to I want to raise awareness around a box can be good, it can be bad, and it can be ugly. And exactly the same box that is once good for you, like my association of women business leaders, can, if you're not paying attention, start to hold you back. And okay, here comes the share. Why did I leave that box? So for someone like myself who has been working passionately for as long as I can remember on gender equity, that people are valued for who they are, regardless of their gender, of their race, of their background, of their religion. It's really a big thing for me. And the reason originally why I joined FKA was I wanted to empower women, be part of an empowerment, be part of a movement that was shaking things up. And my God, we did shake things up. Iceland has been ranking #1 for gender equality, I think for 9 or 10 years, according to World Economic Forum. So we've done tons of really good things. Why do I then leave? Well, here's the thing. I noticed some time ago, and this is really related to my work with the boxes and being more aware of how the boxes are working for you and against you. So I noticed some time ago that part of what I want this association to go, and I basically in my dream, I would love for that we didn't need to have any male or female associations that are just for either gender, pushing for either gender forward. I wish that we could have a world where people feel valued and they feel they're not being judged and they feel at least they have space to explore who they are and what they are doing in this world without that judgment. It might be childish, it might be silly, whatever, but at least what I want to do is to raise awareness towards this boxing thing. And the more that I've been going through the boxes and how just this box about being a woman and the box of what is a feminine value and what is a masculine value and the danger of just calling it those two things has made me realize that the way that we use our language is powerful beyond measure. I knew language and our words and our choice of words were powerful, but I kind of in all honesty, I did not realize how tremendously powerful we are with our words. And when we play with words and when we use words again and again that are just loaded with either things that are supposed to be feminine or things that are supposed to be masculine, we are constantly creating us and them, and we're constantly showing what is dividing us, not what is uniting us. So as I've been noticing this on a deeper and deeper level every time that I do a No More Boxes Breakfast Club, every time I interview someone for the Changemakers podcast, every time I have a conversation around the boxes and I see people's eyes go, oh my God, I understand you now. Every single time that I see how some sort of almost like powers are using the boxes to drive with in a forceful way in equality in the world, I think to myself, I have to do something. I just can't give my energy into this space. I can't use my valuable energy in a space that is only focusing on one thing. And now I'm coming to the reason why I left FKA. You see, in last General Assembly, there was a lot of turmoil. And following that turmoil, I could feel there were things that are going to, in my mind, of course, it's just in my mind, this association was going to be moving forward, just pushing or creating space for something that is just female. And it just hit me. I don't want to place my energy and put my energy and fill up my space with something that is just for women. Because for me, equality, gender equity is about people having space to be who they are. So I'm saying this today on this special episode because if you take a look in your own environment, if you take a look at the things that you might love hanging around with a certain type of people, and by leaving something that you might not be leaving anymore in, the concepts, the values, the missions, that you take the bravery pill and you stick with your own self-conviction and you leave that box if it's no longer serving the mission that you are on. That does not mean that you are leaving the people that you love in that association or in that group or in that workplace or whatever it is. It just means you're leaving the container that is no longer serving you. With this, I do hope that you got a little bit of an insight into how the boxes are working and how you can lead your own life by understanding you have a choice. Whenever you spot yourself, you are either in a box or you've been placed in a box. You have choice. You can live it, you can love it, or you can leave it. May the change be with you. Bye.
Was this podcast of value for you? I sure hope so. If so, feel free to share the love and give us your generous review on iTunes or Stitcher. And remember that you can always go to runemagnus.com to find out more about the Changemakers and how we can help you drive the change you want to see in your world.